Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
A15 PCA?
Nate's 454.
And be sure to check us out on Twitter at C15 Podcast. The first story everyone's kind of blown up about is the new Ninja Turtles from Nickelodeon's coming out. They ended the past series, and it seems to me like Transformers, Ninja Turtles gets rebooted every 6 months.
Yeah, they feel they have the need to have to
Start all over.
Up. Yeah,
Start all over.
I mean, if you probably count the data, guaranteed at least been over half a dozen Ninja Turtles.
But that, just at the top of my mind, I'm just thinking about just art styles.
Yeah.
The 3D one that was the latest one in Nickelodeon.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Was decent.
There was a lot of good episodes in there, actually taking from the comic book, taking from the movies.
Taking from the original cartoon series, the silliness.
And even the original comics. Like, there's even a episode where they end up going to that comic realm, and it's all like comic book style, page by page.
See, the thing is,
cool.
the original cartoon series will always live in my heart because I was a child when I watched it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's stupid and silly and it's dumb and it doesn't hold up very well, but I've always liked the Ninja Turtles because they were kind of like, a team. They were brothers. I have a lot of brothers, and it was just that cool idea, and I just thought it would just hit a special nerve at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so funny. Like you said, you were a child. I was almost a teenager, and I still loved the Ninja Turtles. I mean, it just resonated with us at that time. It was that kind of show.
And for what it's worth, you can go back and watch the original live-action movie. It's still a good movie.
Oh, very good.
It's a good ninja movie. It's a good family
The
brothers
first two are
movie.
really good.
Yeah.
It's just, you can, and now we're always rebooting everything. Everything's getting remade, and then Ninja Turtles seems to just always be in a cycle. Every 6 months to a year, there's a new version.
It's never died. It's always been kind of, it has the recess back, and then now it's coming
But
back.
they never
again.
continue on. It's always starting over from the beginning. See, unlike something like Power Rangers, where it's always a new team, and it kind of connects.
And that's what made it interesting, because Nickelodeon owns the rights to the other show they just ended, and they could have taken it to a whole new direction. I mean, because at the end of that series, spoilers if you
haven't watched it.
Yeah, but it ended to where they could have gone in a whole new direction. Pretty much the old Foot Clan and Splinter, they're done, and they could have went with a whole new direction in the future. But now they're just doing another reboot, which I think is kind of silly.
Because then you had to where a situation where now there's new leadership.
Yes, exactly.
So literally, the Foot can become a force of good.
Yeah.
And maybe a new enemy arises, and the Turtles and the Foot kind of become...
So you already made an interesting story just from that little rift there.
Or even the rift between the brothers, because could you imagine where new leadership with the Ninja Turtles and, to say, Raph doesn't agree with Leo?
See, and basically, pretty much Leonardo becomes the Splinter character.
Yeah.
At the end of the series.
So, yeah, and that could have been a split right there.
Well, and also getting back to what you were saying a little bit earlier, if you look at Ninja Turtles, I think I think the first cartoon might have been 86, 87, I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's around that time. From that time forward, I think Ninja Turtles has been on the air for almost every year since. Almost. It's pretty close.
There's probably a little bit of a gap there.
I'd say a bit, maybe 5 years, maybe.
I even like that version. Remember, it was on Fox Kids. That version was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
I still think the 3D one, the newest one, is better.
Yes.
It's funny you mentioned the Ninja Turtles one on Fox, because remember that one episode where the audio got messed up?
Yeah.
It was I don't know what happened.
That happened a lot.
It was funny. It was like, wait a minute, it's not matching up what they're saying. But I know it's not what we're talking about. I thought that was interesting.
A lot of news places have this, but the first place I saw was comicbookmovie.com, and they broke the picture. And I'm looking, the first image I saw of it, I'm like, this is ugly.
Yeah. Raph
It is
huge.
Everyone has an open mouth. They look like dummies. Their weapons have
Glowing.
energy orbs around them. Power glow things, and I'm like, and I honestly thought Leonardo and Michelangelo were girls.
Yeah,
I thought they were female.
They look very femmy.
They're very skinny, very demure, and Raph is like a hulking beast.
Mm-hmm.
The art style looks terrible. I'm sorry, it just does not match what I think the Ninja Turtles should look like.
And also, right off the bat too, their weapons are wrong. Like we got Raphael using sticks what
the heck they're how you
instead of
pronounce that?
instead of size.
And then you got Michelangelo using his weaker weapon. They gave him like in season 2 back in the 80s, where he had like a yo-yo type
weapon with the blade on it, and then Leonardo's rocking one big sword instead of the two katanas, and then Donatello still looks like he has a bow staff, but he's like, again, in freaking April O'Neil's like riding on top of him. What the heck's going on? But we're going to go through the cast, and this is on comicbookmovie.com. They have little descriptions of each of the characters in a picture, so I'm going to read the descriptions, and then we're going to react to this. So first up is April O'Neil. TMNT mainstay April O'Neil will also be getting a makeover for the show. The first ever African-American take on the character is described as a savvy New Yorker and the first human ally of the Turtles. Well, that's an incorrect statement, because in the original comics, in one of the people are saying it's a non-canon comic that April O'Neil is depicted as black.
Yeah.
But then, if you look at her character design, the way their hair is and everything back in the 80s,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that looks like a typical 80s hairstyle for a black woman.
Yeah.
But then it was always like she was Asian, she was white, like it got mixed up.
And another thing I don't like is that you notice how, like, in this series, in the last series she was a teenager, now she's 10. What if the next year she's gonna be like 3 years old? I mean, why does it keep going down in age?
She's gonna be freaking a thought in someone's head.
Yeah, I know, right?
A twinkle in some man's eye.
There will be in April soon. I mean, what is this? It's so stupid.
And also, if you look at her, doesn't that look like a good concept art for Hey Arnold?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a Hey Arnold character.
Almost,
not...
or maybe Fairy Odd Parents.
It's something.
Has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it does. She doesn't look, and she has like a glowing baseball bat. What's it with this modern era and people in baseball bats and head trauma? What's the deal with that?
It's the thing.
It's a Harley Quinn thing, I'm telling you.
Well, and also, shouldn't Casey Jones have the bat?
Yeah, sure. Casey Jones has all the sports equipment. That was like his thing.
Yeah.
So is Casey Jones going to be 11 years old?
I hope so. Because it'd be weird.
See, there's always this strange thing because I want April to be just an adult woman who's a reporter. Wouldn't that be nice? Here's the thing. They always play this off with April. Either she's kind of like a scientist person where she's kind of smart.
Yeah.
She's either the reporter, but she has like the investigated, she goes in there and she figures out some of these stories. And then sometimes even they give her like ninja stuff. Like she like ninja.
Well, the last series she had ninja abilities.
Yeah, the third one they made her part of the team. Like Splinter actually trained her to have martial arts and fight with her.
The thing I will say too about April O'Neil's, like especially in the live action ones, I thought the last two ones from the movies were fine. Megan Fox and the one that was in the original, they did okay.
Yeah, she's just there and she's smart. She's not stupid. She's not a bimbo. Yeah. But of course, she's pretty and attractive. That's so wrong to have an adult woman who looks attractive. Is that like
especially a news reporter? That makes perfect sense for a news reporter.
Well, yeah,
too.
especially like someone like April. Like throughout all her traditions, even from the comic book to the cartoon, she's always looked beautiful.
And the thing is, I can care less that she's black or Asian or whatever they want to make her. I don't care. I just want her to be an adult.
Yeah.
I'm tired of having these little kids on the team. Let's go in this dangerous situation and bring a 10-year-old kid who has like no abilities.
Exactly. And
And
her looks just okay. I mean, she's got,
got big glasses too, so she has to guarantee she's going to be into the science.
Oh, of course.
Probably.
STEM science. They're going to bring that up because that's like the soup du jour. You can't just be smart. You got to be into STEM science. It's like a thing.
It's a thing.
I know, right? Ridiculous.
So, okay, moving on to Donatello. He looks just as ridiculous as everyone else. The Team Tech, this is coming from comicbookmovie.com. The Team Tech Wizard Donatello will be introduced as a soft-shelled turtle who rocks a tech bow staff, and impressive coding skills. So he makes video games and stuff too, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. He is the coding guy.
Because that's got it. And again, another thing, I'm looking at, you said video games, looking at designs. I remember saying this earlier. This looks like this was made in 2000. Look, extreme this.
Yeah.
And it's Jack Grand Radio. That's what it is.
It kind of has that look to it, but at least that was enduring and had its own style.
Yeah, but that was in the 2000s. This is 2018.
And that's another thing I forgot to bring up. The one thing I don't really like about the series, all the turtles, they're different types of turtles.
Yeah.
And so they're explicitly not brothers.
They're not brothers at all. Isn't that ridiculous?
That's so weird.
Because they're all different species of turtles, so they can't be brothers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying having distinct differences, like even like you get the original toys, they had different shades of, green, which is fine.
Yeah.
But no, these are completely different turtles.
And
Here's
also,
the thing, you don't necessarily have to be fraternal brothers to be brothers, but I like the idea that they came from the same family and they were actual brothers.
Yeah. The one thing I like about the design of Donatello is that he does look like in ninja stealth mode right here. I don't know his movements, how he's gonna look, but
look how tall his forehead is.
Yeah.
Do soft-shelled turtles have funny heads like this?
Maybe, I don't know.
His head looks weird.
And also, I don't like too is like, what is he? He's supposed to be like a football player. He's got too much stuff.
I think because he's a soft-shelled turtle, he has to have extra protection.
Yeah, must be.
Then why do that then?
Yeah, stupid.
And then also, I don't like the whole like gadget thing on his head, but of course they're trying to make him look more.
Even in the movies, they did that.
Yeah.
Remember, he had like a little thing he brings down. Oh, I can see
exactly.
thermal vision and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But again, though, but not what you think for Ninja Turtles when you see him.
So far,
and he's my favorite Ninja Turtle too, by the way.
So we got Leonardo looking as goofy as ever.
It's the worst. That is
so
the worst
goofy
grin ever.
This aren't my words. This is comicbookmovie.com. Leonardo leads, not anymore! Exclamation point. The new version of the blue bandana wearing hero is a red ear slider who boasts an irreverent charm and a rebel heart. His signature katanas have been replaced with the Odachi sword. If I'm probably saying that horribly wrong, but a red ear slider, which is funny because we actually had red ear sliders, but I don't know why that's important. Like why switch up the turtle style?
All I know is, can I put this where Raphael's the bio? That's Raphael.
Yeah, having kind of that good rough and tumble charm, and then he has a rebel heart. He wants to do his own thing. That's Raphael's personality.
And even says like he boasts. Like that's what Raph does. Leonardo doesn't really boast. He doesn't like.
And the picture looking at the grin looks terrible. I mean, there if you'd have told me, oh, what is this Ninja Turtles in the Battletoads world? It looks like Battletoads.
Yeah, he looks silly.
That's what I'm saying. They look like frogs. Some of these characters.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the mischievous look, like he.
I know, it's stupid.
That's not Leonardo. No. So they can if you're going to make the characters different, make them completely different. Don't just swap personalities.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's different. Yeah, okay, the most stupidest way possible. Lazy. It's just lazy.
So we got Michelangelo. Michelangelo here again, very small, very frog-like.
Yeah.
Looking thing, but I guess again they kept his personality. So Party Dude Michelangelo is a box turtle who appears to have retained his happy-go-lucky personality, at least. Mikey now sports, I cannot say the name of this weapon, the Kusfuro Fudo? Instead of a similar enough nunchuck. Similar enough? It's nothing like a nunchuck. Whoever wrote this article is a moron.
Well, and also, I didn't like you said, kept his personality at least. Is that like, man, he's really not, I guess doesn't like the changes.
And again, Michelangelo's itty-bitty. Like, the other turtles seem so small compared to Raphael.
And also, I just noticed his freaking knee pads have, like, the sad and happy face on them.
Yeah. Kind of like Junkrat.
Yeah.
You look at his weapon. If you're going to go crazy, might as well make it like, you know how like they have the hat in those old Hong Kong movies, they throw it.
Yeah, I know, right? Just go really stupid.
Well, exactly, might as well at this
Why
point.
couldn't it be the one that had, where they used to cut the wheat? It had like the little mini sickle and the chain.
Yeah,
that makes more. I don't even know. I've never actually seen this.
I mean, how tall is he? He can't be that tall.
He's really small.
All the other turtles are tiny compared to Raph.
You know what's funny about this? If you look at Michelangelo and then look at Leonardo, how did Leonardo have a more goofier face than Michelangelo?
Yeah, look at his face. Look at his head.
Yeah, it looks goofy, and then you look at it, and then Michelangelo looks.
I think they take the same face from Earthworm Jim. I think.
Exactly.
And then he has like these little markings on his shells and stuff. I guess he would do something silly like that. That fits his.
Yeah.
But they should have given that personality to Donatello. Let's switch it all.
Yeah.
So we got Raphael looking like the Incredible Flippin' Hulk.
Yeah,
he's huge, ginormous compared to the other turtles. Ralph is now the leader of the four and has been reimagined as a snapping turtle. His signature size have been replaced with the tonfas.
I love there's no personality. Like, they didn't even say who he's going to be like.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's going to be like Leonardo. Guarantee it.
I always like the idea that Raph had damaged shells because he goes in there and he doesn't think.
Yeah, he fights.
But now he's the leader and goes in there and doesn't think. It's just because he's the leader because he's the strongest, physically strongest.
But that's not what the whole point was.
That wasn't the whole... That wasn't everything. That's not what the turtles stood for. It wasn't about brute force all the time. It was about being ninjas. They're supposed to...
Yeah, and that's what makes me mad, because I know there's probably a lot of Raphael fans. They probably love this, but technically speaking, he's one of the worst leaders. For the turtles, because he doesn't think. He goes in there, he goes to fight.
He just expects everyone to know what he's thinking.
Well, it just reminds me of the parallel of Wolverine the X-Men. Wolverine can't be the leader. It's the same type of thing. He's a cool character, but he can't be the leader.
You can send them in to lead a mission.
Yes.
To lead an operation. Okay, in this part, Raph's going to call the shots, but he can't be the leader of everyone all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I always liked it when he would go on his own. Remember when he had a motorcycle and he was like the Red Avenger or something
stupid like that. Yeah.
But that's Raph's personality, where he'd rather be on his own because it's hard for him to connect with his brothers.
I thought the funny thing is he went to go see Critters, and then he got stopped by Casey Jones.
In the first movie.
That was cool.
See, in the first movie is such a good movie for sons and fathers and brothers, because he's like, Raph, when Splinter's talking to Raphael, I was like, I sense so much anger in you. And, anger turned inwards is an incomparable enemy. You can't conquer that. It's an incomparable enemy. And he's like, you have brothers. I'm your father. You can talk to us. We're here. And Raph, it's hard for him to connect. But now he's the leader. He loses all that.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. And also, I don't know how they're going to balance it, because originally it was always Leo. Then if Leo was out, it was Donatello. And then after that, it was kind of like...
Raphael, you're like, we're 50-50. You go either way with this.
Exactly. And so it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping maybe in the show, maybe he'll rely on his brothers more. So it might open him up a little bit, but I don't like it. I don't know.
But as far as design goes, he's the best looking one because he's of normal size.
Yeah.
And not like this little itty bitty little baby turtle compared to the rest of the ones.
They're all going to be big. They should have made them all big. If Rapha's
and here's the thing. Why would all these turtles be in the same bowl?
Yeah. Like, why would...
You wouldn't have a Ritter Slider and a box turtle in the same bowl because Ritter Sliders are very aquatic.
Yeah.
And so... You wouldn't have it. Wouldn't be that way.
Unless it's like, of course, they got affected at some kind of pet shop and they were in different areas. It has to be in different areas.
Or scientists were testing on all
Maybe.
of them. I still like the idea of the fact that they were bought at a pet store. Kid trips, falls. They go down into the sewer, and it just all happened by happenstance.
Yeah, or some people like saying that Mato Yoshi bought them.
Yeah,
and then he the foot soldiers attacked. He dropped him. He went down the sewer to go get his turtles, and that's when
the ooze was there. Yeah,
and then he touched him, and because the last person the turtles touched was a human, so that's why he turned human. And the last thing.
See, here we go. So, what do you like better? Hamato Yoshi being a man who got mutated into a rat, or where he was the
pet of Mato Yoshi?
Yeah, and then since he interacted with the human, he became like a rat human. So he was always a rat, or a human that got turned into a rat?
I like the fact he was a human.
Yes,
that's in the cartoon like that.
Me too, yeah.
But the movies, it's the other way around.
Yeah, I like him being a human because then you have Shredder has more of a reason to go kill him.
But is there anything cooler than seeing a little rat in a cage doing ninja moves?
Yes, that was
that's cool, but also it's interesting though when you look at it because I know we've watched the new movies, but I kind of forgot. Was that like that in the new movies too?
He was always a rat.
He was always a rat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was never human. He had a human master, and that's where he learned all.
Yeah, I know. I did see the movies, but only saw him one time, and that was like a couple years ago.
I kind of like, like I said, I used to be a fan of him being a rat always, but I kind of now have grown up to like, oh man, there's so much cool story arcs when you have him human,
and he's not dead. His master isn't dead, so he has all that backstory.
Well, I remember one of the cartoons had that backstory with him and Shredder, and how they were both fighting for a love for something.
Yes,
and also remember he set him up to make it look like he was trying to kill the master.
Yeah,
So when he like bowed down, he had the knife to look like he was trying to assassinate him.
Yeah.
So he like disgraced his name because he was a better fighter than him.
Yeah.
See, it's so cool. There's a lot of cool storylines if he's human.
Yeah.
There's a lot of past we can get into. If he's just a rat, he's just a pet.
And then also even this another good story arc was when Donatello found a way to reverse the mutant gen, and he's like, Splinter, we can turn you back to Mato Yoshi.
You can be a man again, and there's that, whoa, I can be human again, and it's but then he's like abandoning his sons
because like what is that message showing his sons?
Yeah, and also he can go to the real world, but then he might have to abandon what he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the message of like, do I do that? And then my sons think that now they're freaks. And the right way is being human.
Yeah.
See, I love that. See, there's such a good. There's so many good stories within the Turtles world and I don't see any.
Yeah, but just by the art design, I don't see that happening here.
Yes,
I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It looks like it's for young kids. They're gonna punch everything to death, and that's another funny thing is. But I thought it was also cool when he was always a rat. When Shredder came to kill him, and then like the rat jumped up and attacked him. He went to go defend his master. Oh, I kind of like that too.
It's very admirable.
So then we move on to Splinter, and my God.
No. I haven't seen Splinter yet.
You haven't seen it? Okay, wait.
Splinter, yeah.
Your first word, okay, I want to say he looks like, I don't cuss on this podcast, he looks like effing roadkill.
Oh, no.
He is so horrifically ugly.
Okay, if you'd have told me, this is the new Rat King from Secret of Nim, Part 2, I'd believe it. It looks like a Secret of Nim rat.
I mean, read the description. It's even better.
And finally, we have Master Splinter. This take on the Turtles' wise old sensei seems to be a lot uglier and angrier than we remember.
Yes, why? Oh, wow.
Oh, that's his eyes. I couldn't even tell. I gotta look. Okay, my goodness.
He looks like absolute roadkill.
He looks like a rat from Ren and Stimpy.
When the horrific puppet from the third Turtles film looks better than this animation, he's a little short. He's supposed to have like a long snout, like a rat.
Yeah.
The original design from the original cartoon, probably the best look, where he was brown.
Brown, smaller.
Smaller.
If you would have told me mine's a tail, that was a bat, I'd believe it. More looks like a bat. He doesn't look like a rat at all.
No, freaking ugly beyond all belief.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. All those things we were saying about Splinter doing cool stuff, I can't see this Splinter doing that.
No.
See, maybe he was human, he was like an ugly dude.
Yeah.
He was never a ninja master. He was just some ugly guy from Japan and got turned into a rat.
The big stick.
Yeah, who got his stick.
He got the big stick from that one bat fighter and Super Punch Out.
Yeah.
I stole it.
Oh my goodness. So that's all they have for pictures, and then so we have that original promotional image. I predict just from this look, I don't like it at all.
No, I don't.
I need to see it in motion. I need to hear the voice cast the voices and see it in motion, because if the animation's fluid and the action's good, maybe, but just from these still shots, it looks like absolute trash.
Yeah, it's not very
Guys, the one thing is, I only watched a few episodes of the past series, but if it was on TV and there was nothing else on, I'd go watch it. It's fine. I don't think I could ever watch this. I don't think I could bring myself to even watch it if there was nothing else on. I couldn't do it.
So this little energy aura around the weapons, what do you think that is? Do you think that's magic?
It's
like
magic.
Ninjutsu magic?
But that's not.
I don't like that.
Thing, though.
Yeah, in the series before this, they tackled that in a way that was like more traditional ninja style, like basically Splinter was doing some healing, right? But he actually was saying all the
Yeah, the hand.
The
movements.
gestures. Yeah, I know
and then
what
he'd
you're
go
about.
like that, and then he'd heal people. Or when he was fighting someone, he could do it, and then he'd go boom and like
Like a big like key kind of.
yeah, key blast.
But that was never Ninja Turtles, though.
yeah, I know.
See, but now their weapons have these like
Glowy.
energy. So you think these are like
They're like energy weapons
or ancient weapons? Maybe they're alien. Maybe it's
Well,
technology.
maybe technology from Donatello. I was about to say that, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's another thing, too. I know I probably won't watch this, but what do you think the chances Hakuno Jimbo's in this?
Yeah,
Samurai Bunny.
they'll bring those things in, but
Yeah,
that's
I
just
hope
that's an alternate dimension type thing, which
Yeah.
they'll probably do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're already going to have the weird powers, that's what I'm trying to say.
you think they're gonna bring in what's his face? Like the dinosaur Triceratops
Oh, the
space people.
Triceratons? Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought of not the last series, but the one on Fox. That was a low point when they went to outer space. I thought that was.
But that's from the original comics.
Oh yeah, I know. When you got was it Planet X?
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, that's what they're seeing. Then the yellow thing with Crane and all that.
Yeah.
I want to see what Shredder looks like if he's even in this series.
Yeah, he better be. I mean, that'd be
Can
weird.
you have a Ninja Turtles without Shredder?
But
Bebop and Rocksteady?
But I thought it was kind of dumb in the one where they had like Shredder and Crane be the same person. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I like
that
them-
was weird.
I like them with two separate. They gotta be separate
exactly.
people.
Because then you lose a lot when Shredder's just Crane. Because then you don't. He never was with Matayoshi. Then.
Yeah. See, I like the idea of Crane and Shredder both have similar goals, but they both kind of hate each other.
Yeah.
So they're bad guys who, again, if they would actually work together, they'd probably be able to beat the Turtles, but they can never. But that's the thing about bad guys, they can't never work together.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I might call myself old school, but I love the original Crane, where he's just like a brain, and he's like in this body, and this is a weird looking body with some like 1980s shades.
And it's the most non-human looking body.
That's what I love about it.
And that's what I loved about the last series is because the Crane that was in the new series met up with the old Crane from the 80s.
Yeah, that was cool.
And what happened was that in the episode, the reason why Krang is stuck in that crappy dimension in the 80s is because he's such an idiot that they banished him to that dimension.
That's actually
So
kind of
that's why,
funny.
he's like talking with the other Crane. He's like, "You're such a freaking moron!" Like, that's why we put you here.
He had that voice.
Yeah.
This is the perfect nasty
I
voice.
love
Yeah.
that. Come here, Turtles.
And again, I know Turtles was an invention to not the comics, but the original cartoon. It was silly and it was weird and was to sell toys. So they're always gonna have like vehicles and
Yeah.
all the things like that. But it did it it was basically like a commercial. But
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's just weird too. And I also want to say too, Hog and Jimbo Samurai Bunny, but if
I don't think,
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone knows. Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that it's kind of a dumb thing because it's almost good enough just to be its own thing separate from.
Well,
Turtles.
and that's why they do have a comic separate of it. I know, but
I don't think it's important. And
Yeah.
that's anything that's super low on the.
oh yeah.
But
Do you think even like someone like Lotus Blossom is going to be?
See, that's the thing. Do you have where Shredder has a daughter?
Yeah.
yes,
Or like an adopted daughter? Like
Yeah.
sometimes they do it that way.
Well, see again. I'm sorry, I keep bringing up the other series, but they did that so well because they made it to where it was Splinter's daughter, and then when his wife died and he thought Splinter died, he took the daughter as the raise.
And he actually
he like loved
cared
her.
about
Yeah,
it.
he loved her as a daughter. So it was kind of like that weird, awkward moment. Because then, yeah,
He's like, yeah, this Shredder, he saved my life. He raised me as his own, but he's
yeah.
doing bad things. But how do I slap the hand of the man who saved my life?
I know, right?
So she's like honor bound to him, even though she doesn't feel like what he's doing is right.
Right,
She,
yeah.
that's
What can she do?
Yeah.
But the problem is, this series, just by looking at it, can you not tell me it's not a remote possibility Venus isn't in here somewhere? It wouldn't surprise me.
Throwing a girl turtle.
Yeah,
Girl
it wouldn't
turtle.
surprise me at all, and that was terrible. Even the original creator says he disavows Venus.
exactly.
It's terrible.
Yeah, they did not.
It's just I'm looking at the character designs real quick again. Raph is the only one who looks
Decent.
just because he's the leader, so he's like the most coolest looking one. But everyone else is all skinny and demure.
I can't get over the fact
Donatello has a
leader.
wacky head.
Well, and also, why is he so serious? Like, shouldn't Leo look that serious? Donatello looks super serious, like way too serious.
I'm a snapping turtle. Bites his finger off. I don't know. I need to see a trailer. I need to hear the voices. They're making a big deal about the voice cast. They all look like doofuses.
I don't care. I don't really
Voice people, I mean, yeah, you want to make sure they don't sound like idiots, but that's about it.
But then shows they've changed the voice so many times. It's not like, oh, I have to hear this iconic voice. No,
Exactly.
it's been done so many times by different people.
I'm looking at some of these people's names. And again, I don't watch a lot of regular television.
I
so really
guarantee
don't
these
know
are all
people.
probably Nick personalities that we don't watch and care about because they're all teen shows.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
guaranteeing you that.
I think it's John Cena's playing a voice to someone.
Oh, that's-
Baron Draxum? I don't know that character. I don't know if that's a new character or if that's a rebranding of an old character, but again, that's another thing about the Ninja Turtles. There's so many villains.
Yeah. There's the thing. If you're gonna have John Cena, wouldn't it make more sense that he's like the Rat King? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Like
he kind of fits that kind of mold, not.
Yeah, I put in the name for that tracks him, and nothing's coming up but pictures of John Cena. So he's probably a brand new character.
And
yeah. So I'm not seeing any actual turtle characters. Except for turtles that are dressed like John Cena. That's actually kind of funny.
and Jessica Jones for some reason. I don't know. That was weird.
But so I don't know.
I mean, we're probably not gonna go see it, and we're probably not gonna.
The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is what it's called. The Rise of. Okay, the Rise of the Dark Knight. What is this? Can we just call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
First of all, yes, they are both comics, but that makes sense for Batman, not for Ninja Turtles. That's not. Yeah. That sounds stupid.
I don't know. It just seems weird. I don't like how it looks at all.
I mean, we haven't, like I said, we haven't seen an animation yet. We haven't heard what it's gonna sound like and all that, but. Right now, that was supposed
to... Just those basic character designs are not winning me over.
Yeah, it's making it the opposite.
And I'm a huge Turtles fan. I love the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, my goodness. I have at least 4 posters of them in my room. I love the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and then again, there's so many cool, like, original art prints, people who grew up with the Turtles. And then, I don't know, I guess it's not for us. It's for new kids who don't even know what the Turtles are.
Yeah.
But the last series was just on... not too long ago. It's not like it's been dormant for a while. Anyways, we'll be talking about this forever.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and by the way, this concludes our Ninja Turtle podcast.
I know, right? But you know what? When it's something we care about and it's something we grew up with, we're going to have a lot to say. And
we are.
We have big opinions. And you know what? It's mostly... I've been snooping around the internet looking at what people are saying. Most people hate this.
Yeah, I think this is universally bad.
Disliked.
You're going to have rock soldiers? I mean, at this point...
Yeah, any of those things.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. Well, I gotta see animation. They gotta drop a trailer soon, just so we can see what
exactly.
It looks. I don't know. Moving on. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.